2024 was kind of a shit show, a genuine bad year all around. Just a lot of shit found its way into my life and I had to deal with it. Some of it was of my own fault, others were the casual realization that the friends I made a long time ago aren't the same people I remember them to be, or maybe I changed. I have become infinitely more brain-rotted over the years, and this hobby space has somewhat broken me in a few ways. Normally I do this entire show and tell, but we're keeping it low-key. Or is it lo-fi these days? What is lo-fi really? But I don't want to think about it too hard, so we're taking the first bit here to talk about you, me, and the rest of things. Generally, the channel has grown exponentially over the past year. We've doubled the size of the channel, and the content has managed to only become worse. My transition into the skibbity toilet Roblox Minecraft content can't come soon enough. I'll be Mr. Beast within the next 3 years at this rate if I hit the profitable demographics and ignore all the problems he currently has. Though appealing to my real audience, the gotchi-moochi Latin Americans, may be better in the long term. But we're going to keep doing this next year in 2025. Content may be a bit slower to begin with, mostly due to me going on a trip for the better part of January. Nothing like a debauched nightmare that was the New York expedition or the god-awful experience in the Florida Keys, though I don't plan on many trips this year, bar a long one if some things manage to pan out, but I digress. Games though, you come here for games and fun and math rock. We went over a lot of games this year, and following the trend, they have just gotten longer, and Jesus Christ, at this rate I'll become a vaguely British man making 9-hour quick retrospectives. Just ignore the curious cases. They are not real in this moral argument. As for more games, we made a lot of games this year, even during the Great Reduxing, which made a life lot easier for everyone involved, including me. Though if we're talking about games, our obsession projects, yes, the lovely Cruciform has its singular update today, which is the lore is done. Yeah, it's done, hopefully. Heaven above and all that is good, I'll be able to get everything out by this weekend. A bit later than I planned, but I also didn't quite plan on being sidewinded by the overwhelming holly jolly spirit and being sick for half the month. And that's it, really. Here's to another year of excitement and all that fun shit. But, well, you didn't think I'd leave you hanging that much, though. Of course we have some arbitrary awards to hand out for various games to officially make them legally award-winning games in their very own categories. The Golden Conan for excellence in violence involving swords and following the riddle of steel is, of course, Blades of the Iron Throne. I didn't actually make a video on this game for various reasons, but this D12 game serves as a nice transition from the relative jank of the original Riddle of Steel with its naked dwarves without delving into the full hematism of Song of Swords. This one even has a baked-in magic system and no MG42s. The Grand Europa Award for shining excellence in European game design can only really go to one game, and that's of course Anima Beyond Fantasy. Are you really surprised? What, did you think I was going to hand this award over to the Dark Eye or Vaesen? I'm always a fan of the odd and mysterious, and with a few games we went over this year, I've developed a very odd fascination with Rollmaster. Perhaps it's time to finally perfect the note-zalted system to satisfy my long-running ego and autism. The Alex Eggleston Award for games that came out before 2000, because yeah, you're getting a Yick Award. That brain rot is terminal and you're coming down with me. We actually went over quite a few oldies this year, so we have our pick of the litter really. But out of all of them, I think Underground secured a real solid spot as one of my favorites all year. Not only is it a solid super system, but it has some deeper themes to talk about with a lot of the fun factor to play up as well. It's currently the only game in existence that does let me play a schizophrenic brain damaged superhero in a desperate effort to save the day from the man. Truly a 2021 experience. Also, Tasty Ghoul, be a people person. Oddly enough, we also went over quite a few different horror games this year. For the Spooky Skeleton Award for the spookiest game of the year is City of God. While the video had some choice words about it, almost 95% of what I said was fixed the day after I posted the goddamn video. Truly a buffoonery moment on my part, not being able to psychically resonate with the developer at the correct wavelength. Truly, we were not vibrating with motion, but the game has a solid amount of mundane and supernatural horror in a relatively unique setting, with a little bit of elbow oil grease, you can adapt it to nearly everything you want to do with it. The Golden Clark, for our favorite superhero RPG, shouldn't really come as a surprise for anyone of the games we went over. Cold Steel Wardens really won my heart in a variety of ways. The Mafia Nap system fits particularly gritty superheroes perfectly, and can be easily adapted into any noir game you really need it to be. My only hope is that we see something more out of the system and its developer, though that may be a pipe dream. For our Wiggity Wonk awards, we'll make it fairly quick. The Golden Milky Holmes goes to Satsupe for being anime as fuck, and I just kinda want to give it an award because I like it. The Valiant Attempt award goes to Sword Chronicles. You still aren't very good, but I have to give you something that because you really did try. The Hyperborea Esoteric Nightmare game firmly belongs to Immortal, the Invisible War. No, I'm never giving an award to the fucking Genoverse. And the annual DiCaprio Award has to go to Cloudbreaker Alliance. Well, it wasn't some golden child, and has some of its SSS Diamond Rank Marlagoon material in it. It is reliable, and it does do what it does perfectly well, and it has a lot of heart with it. I hope he keeps working on it. Now for our final two awards, the Shit Pit, the worst of the worst, the game I loathe more than anything. And this is actually fairly difficult, because we went over some stinkers this year, some truly god-awful things that hurt my soul more than anything. Though the Shit Pit is more than just being a bad game. It's about making something that disappoints me, something that saddens me, something that makes me think we don't deserve nice things. And the only game that made me feel that way this year was Hexen Academy. Yeah, I said it. Hexen fucking Academy. I felt nothing but disappointment from it. I can't be disappointed in these others. They were either cursed by a system or missed the mark with a good idea. But man, Hexen is Harry Potter but lame, and that's a fucking task. At least we still got Best Girl showing the lesser races what it really means to be Belosian. And with that out of the way, we now have the Golden Noteys, the pinnacle of game design, the best of the best, the game I loved the most and I want to share with all of you. Nothing. Nothing at all. 2024 fucking sucked. And I feel nothing. No one gets any award. I had to go over fucking Extreme Meat Punks Forever, Triangle Agency, and Eat the Fucking Right. This year sucked for me, so no one gets an award. No one deserves to be happy except those who already won. My name is Notepad Anon, and I'm fucking tired. Happy New Year, and I still hate Hexen Academy.
Oh, I have finally decided my future life.